Hi Vibrant Souls, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Vibrant Soul Tarot and I'm super grateful to have you joining me today. So today's pick a card reading, the topic is what does Spirit want you to focus on right now? So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it open for Spirit's messages to come through for you. Feel free to take your time in choosing your pile. We're going to do the pile selections right now so you can get a little bit more information about each one. But other than that, let's just get into it. So we have these three piles to choose from. We're going to start right here with pile number one. We have the Apparition Tarot deck. And on top of pile number one, we have this Agate Crescent Moon. Then for pile number two, we have the Power Crystal Tarot deck. And on top of that, we have this citrine double terminated wand. And then for pile number three, last but not least, we have the Age of Aquarius tarot deck. And on top of that one, we have this red jasper feather. So like I said already, please take your time in choosing your pile. If you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that's fine. Maybe Spirit has multiple things that you should be focusing on right now as well. So yeah. Oh, also when you have your pile selected, don't forget to check the description box below for the link and the timestamp, as well as there's other information that you may be looking for in the description box too, such as the channeled songs that are going to be connected to each reading and each pile. Also, if you are wondering what any of the names of the decks that are being used are, that's in the description box as well, along with any other information or any other questions you may have. So feel free to check it out. If you do have a question and it's not in there or you don't see your answer, feel free to comment it and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. I am only human though, so forgive me if it takes a while. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I can't wait to see you guys at your reading, so I'll see you at your pile. Bye! Hi pile one, welcome to your reading if you chose the Agate Moon or if you chose the Apparition Tarot. Either way, welcome. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are comfortable, ready, open to receiving some messages today. Speaking of messages, the ones that we are going to be asking is, what does Spirit want you to be focused on right now? What is better for you, for your time, for your energy, for your mind? What needs your focus right now? So first things first, I am going to ask Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile one's collective energy. If you can please show me and pile one with the most clarity here. They keep popping out and slipping out. If you could show me in pile one with the most clarity here, please, Spirit, what is best for them to focus on at this time, please? Thank you. All right. So what should pile one be focusing on right now, Spirit, please? What should pile one be focusing on right now? The first card we have for you is the Two of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. The Two of Cups. And the Strength card. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles here. We have the Page of Wands. Oh, I love that. There's like a bunch of little four-leaf clovers over there. Clarifying the Six of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have the Four of Cups as well. Clarifying the Two of Cups here. We have the Knight of Cups. Wow. And clarifying the Strength card. Oh, clarifying the Strength card, we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like one of the first things Spirit wants to not have necessarily focus on, but remind you of the fact that your strength, just as I'm saying that, we have the Emperor at the bottom. Your strength is admirable and your resilience should be praised as well. Because with the Strength card and the Ten of Swords, I can see that you have been through a lot of challenges and you've been through a lot of things that have made you stronger. And I think one of the things that Spirit wants you to focus on is the gratitude and almost like a praise for yourself as well, is that you have overcome so many different things in your life and so many different challenges. So when you are faced at this moment with new challenges and new things like that, Spirit's like, remember how much you've already overcome, and remember the fact that you have not succumbed to anything yet, and you will not. So kind of this mindset moving forward to new challenges is like you're 100% past these tests. Like you've overcome all of this, okay? So you can do it again, and you will do it again. Now there's another thing. I love the Two of Pentacles here. I love the Two of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Spirit wants you to prioritize more enjoyment in your life too, more fun. Maybe if you're making a schedule for yourself, for example, like all the things you need to do, maybe put in order like what feels best for you, or like it's like, or just prioritize a little bit of fun with the Page of Wands too. And this is saying that you have the time and you have the space to do that. Of course, with the Two of Pentacles, Spirit wants you to get your priorities, prioritize the things that are most important to you, but don't forget, you know, that feeling good is important as well. The Page of Wands is such an optimistic energy, and so when you are doing things, when you are juggling things, remember that luck is always on your side as well, and that you got this. Like the Two of Pentacles sometimes can represent we have a lot of things going on, but I love the imageries in this card here too. Like there's a lot of symbolizing like attracting abundance, attracting great things, and like the first thing that I noticed with this Page of Wands was the fact that there's all these 4-leaf clovers and stuff. So just know that luck is on your side as well. Is something to remember, and to focus on the good things, focus on why you're doing things, focus on the point of things sometimes as well is important here. But for the most part, Spirit's like, you know, you have a lot of things to do. You know, you're prioritizing your needs, your wants, the things you have to do. That's important too. Joy is important as well. Okay. And another thing that Spirit wants you to focus on too, with the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Sun, it feels like when it comes to past energies that come up, or maybe past feelings and past emotions, it feels like there's almost an avoidance of the good with the Sun here too. Like I can see that there could be a potential for a relationship, or there is a relationship, or there's something here about relationships, obviously with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, like your feelings for somebody, or maybe you're pursuing a relationship, or this is just an overview of your relationships in your life. However it resonates to you, like Spirit's saying there's a lot of positive things that have happened in your past as well, and sometimes we forget that. Like sometimes we look through the future, our future, through the lens of our past, and we tend to remember how things didn't work out, or we tend to remember how things hurt us and stuff like that. But Spirit's like with the Sun here, like there's a lot of light and things, you know, that have happened as well. And it's like, I think it, even if you can't even think of the positive things that happened in your past, especially like past relationships, Spirit's like there's a positive outlook. There's something to gain from this regardless. Ow, I just hit my hand on the door. There's something to gain here. I'm over here like talking like this, and I just smacked my hand. But doesn't matter. It feels like, it also feels like there's a lot of love around you too. The Six of Cups could be with all of these hands and all of these cups, these drops going into this cup too. Like, Spirit's like, there's so many things and there's so much love here for you at the same time. And Spirit's like, you may not be seeing it because you may be focused on other things. And sometimes our minds can get away from us. And sometimes our daily lives can make us feel like, oh, I have to do this again. Or, oh, it's just another day. And all this, you know, kind of stuff. This discontent type of energy here. But Spirit's like, there's so much joy as well. And maybe in the past you weren't able to see it, or maybe in the past it kind of passed you by, but Spirit's like, it's here, it's right now. And that's what you need to be focusing on, is maybe your mindset too. Like, if you're going through a tough time mentally, Spirit's kind of saying like the best thing to do is to try your best to shift your perspective, or to just stay positive. Because I do feel like the Four of Cups and the Sun coming out together is definitely a need for some sort of joy again. It's like almost like some sort of clearing here. Maybe it feels like just things aren't going your way, or maybe it feels like you want something more, or you want something more out of life. And this is Spirit saying that with the Six of Cups too, that this energy is in the past, or it's past energy coming up for you, and it's not always going to be like that forever. For example, if you're not in a relationship, I can see the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. This is something that's on the way. And also Spirit's like, explore those feelings. Like, if you want a successful relationship, explore what you want out of this relationship. Like, there's potential here for a deep, deep, deep love and a deep connection, whether that's entered your life or it will be entering your life. And Spirit's like, your feelings towards this are something to look at. Like, it's important here, the fact that it's coming up with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Like, this is worth exploring as well. And sometimes we get a little timid, or sometimes we have, you know, things, all we can do is base things in our life from our past. And Spirit's saying that that's not how every situation is going to be. That's not how everything is going to work out. There's a lot of potential, and things are going to show you when you need them to show you. You know what I'm saying? So if you can prioritize relationships or love, like, for example, if you want to go like meet somebody new, or if you want to explore the current relationship, Spirit's saying that is something to definitely focus on. And also focus on the positive sides of things as well. I kind of want to get some oracles already for you, because I feel like I talked about this strength in the Ten of Swords. Like, Spirit's saying that, yes, your strength is admirable and you've overcome a tremendous amount of challenges. And it could be that something is ending for you currently too. And so maybe a focus for you as well is focus on the new phase, the light. It feels like there's a light coming here for you at the end of the tunnel. So let's see what a little bit more about this. Spirit, what can you tell us more about what pile one needs to focus on, and about these energies? I kind of want to talk about, let's talk about this Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups first. Tell me about this Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, Spirit. What is this relationship energy? What is this connective energy? We have Neptune. Ooh. Okay, maybe not seeing something clearly with the Neptune here. Tell me more about this energy. It kind of feels like fantasy energy too. Oh, we have Fifth House. Sorry that card's all messed up. This is like one of the oldest decks I feel like I've had, or it's been through many moves. Like, I've moved places. It's been through it. Okay. Getting out and dating is something that, you know, Spirit's like, if you want to do that. But I feel like there's also a beautiful energy of Spirit's like, let the romance in, let the love in to your life. It doesn't even have to be like from other people. I can see that this can also just be like your relationships in general, letting the love flow, letting your feelings, you know, exploring your feelings. And this could even be a relationship with yourself too. But I think that Neptune is almost bringing in a beautiful dreamy type of energy. And the Fifth House is bringing in some sort of passion here too. And so Spirit's like, allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to live, allow yourself to feel these passions. Whether or not you feel like this connection or future connections are going to last or not, Spirit's like, the end result isn't really the point right now. Spirit wants you to just enjoy yourself and enjoy the moment and enjoy the people that you have around you. It feels like one of the biggest things, that the theme that we keep talking about here that Spirit wants you to focus on is definitely enjoying this. And that makes sense too, you know, with the not the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups and the Sun. Like, Spirit's like, don't worry, be happy. And I know that probably sounds like so overly optimistic, and you're probably like, by this time, you're probably like, okay, I get it. But joy is one of the highest vibrations that you can experience in this life. And if you want to even, you know, talk about the law of attraction as well, like the more that you are in the energy of joy, the more joy, you know, is going to attract to you. And I'm not saying that when you're not feeling good or when you're feeling low that you're attracting all this bad stuff. No, it's more like what you put your intention on and what you focus on for long terms. You know what I'm saying? It's not like if you have it's the same thing as like you're not going to have a bad thought and all of a sudden these bad things are going to manifest. No, but it's like if you focus on that bad thought, or if you focus on the negativity, or if you focus on what's going to go wrong every single day, all day, or it's like, you know, something that's just clouding your mind, then of course, you know, yeah, eventually it's not going to have the best benefits for you, and you may not attract the best things. And so it feels like Spirit really just wants the best for you at this time and wants you to shift your focus onto the best things. And it's like, maybe sometimes you're also like, when it comes to relationships or the things in your life with this energy, you may like caution yourself and be like, well, I don't want to be delusional, or I don't want to get my hopes up, or I don't want to have too much joy because then it may be ripped away. And Spirit's like, that mindset isn't helping you, because at least I just heard too, like, as I was going to finish that thought, it kind of reminds me of what I was just going to say, but it's like, it's better to have love and loss than to have never have loved it at all. Like, the fact that you get to experience the joy, and the fact you get to experience the beauty, and the fact that you get to experience the beautiful connections in your life, it's just as important too, because you're gonna have periods, or you've had periods in your past where, yes, it has been bad, or, you know, things haven't worked out and stuff, but you're also gonna have good too, and that's inevitable. So you have to take the good with the bad, and Spirit's like, the good is here, it's still here, so please focus on it, enjoy it while you can, and enjoy it while it lasts, because it's important for you, and it's good for your health, and it's good to make sure that you are prioritizing that, because it's Spirit, like, it's such a joyful energy too. Like, have you ever like been in an energy where you're like channeling Spirit, or like, even this happens in churches all the time and things like that, where you just get like the Holy Ghost and you are like filled with energy and you're filled with love and things like that. Like, that is because Spirit is such high vibrational energy. And being and living in a world where we have low vibrations, it's just the duality of things too. You know, Spirit wants you to keep close. And it's not that you're ever far, but it's like, remember that you always have that option to shift. And if you are feeling like you've been going through a low period, because again, that's something that is inevitable, remember that good things do come after. That everything is on almost like a polarity, like, spectrum, and it's one way of being is not forever. And I think Spirit's also reminding you that you have a lot more power in shifting that than you think as well. Okay, so what else does pile 1 need to focus on, Spirit? Capricorn. Ooh, also maybe your career as well, especially with this Two of Pentacles too. I think that prioritizing the things that are important to you is best. And we have this love energy too. And also with the Capricorn energy as well, Spirit's like, you know, make sure that you're getting stuff done too. Like, your focus right now, I think, is very powerful. And Spirit's like, if you want to build yourself in your career, if you want to build yourself in whatever it is that you are wanting to focus on, Spirit's like, it's going to take work, because Capricorn is a hardworking energy, or it's known for being hardworking, but it's going to be worth it too. And so Spirit's also saying too, like, whatever you focus on, whatever you want to work on, whatever you put that energy into, it's going to reap results. Because I think we did see the 10th house. Did we see the 10th house? I don't know. Well, now we are now, because Capricorn is the ruler of the 10th house. So, okay. I was going to say one more of these cards, but we have 2. And we also have Psyche. at the bottom. We have the first house, and we have the waxing gibbous moon. This reminds me, these two cards together is like taking the initiative, I feel. Putting yourself out there. Like, for example, with the love, you know, there's potential to either have a long-lasting relationship, or for some of you, even find a long-lasting relationship if that's what you want. And with the 5th house being here, which we can't ignore the fact that it's like dating. It's like, Spirit's like, your bravery is going to be rewarded as well too, because with the first house energy, of course, yes, it's focus on yourself too. But don't be afraid to, I'm almost getting like an energy of self-acceptance here, because there's so many different things coming out. Like we were talking about your energy, like for your work or your career, if that's what you want to. And we also have so much energy for like relationships around you and love and things like that. And Spirit's like almost saying with this first house too, like, don't be ashamed of like having to shift or switch masks to adapt to all different types of situations. And because that's something that we naturally do all the time. Sometimes I feel like people are like, oh, you're being fake or you're being phony. But the first house is definitely a fake it till you make it type of energy. And it's something that we all do. And it's something that we all have to do in order to survive. And it's something that is vital to the human existence. Is we have masks that we show to other certain groups of people. And we have masks that we show to other groups of people, and then we have, you know, who we are when we're alone with ourselves. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if you need to create different types of personas to make your life easier, like you have like the work version of you, you have like the romance version of you, whether that's like an alter ego or alter different types of personas that will help you, kind of like we were talking about, fake it till you make it. Spirit's like, do it. Like, it's all, this whole life is just a creative process when you think about it, because we're constantly creating and we're constantly manifesting. So it's like, create the best version of yourself as many times as you need to, as many different versions of yourself as you need to, in order to get what you want, because it's your life and you deserve to get what you want. And I also want to read the waxing gibbous moon. I feel like there's something there for you that I'm not saying or should be heard. So let's see. It's the waxing crescent moon. We have, oh, I love that. Okay, so the waxing gibbous moon, we have the waxing gibbous moon is all about tending to the finer details of a situation. The flowers are blooming, but they still require your attention. Enjoy the beauty, but be sure to check in frequently, or your garden could get infested with mites. If you have dropped the ball recently, this card is a gentle reminder that you still have a chance to pick up where you left off. Trying to cheat or cut corners may work in the moment, but these shortcuts are always discovered later on. And the key word is perfecting. And I love that that came out with the first house, because like perfecting yourself, perfecting what you feel you need to work on. Because I think that with the first house coming out too, I think that it's like, it's also a message of like, it's up to you. It's up to you to decide. It's up to you. And it's not that, especially like with outcomes and things like that, maybe that's not always up to us, but I feel like you're in a period of your own growth. And I feel like you're in a period of really coming out. And it just feels like Spirit's like, one of the things you need to focus on too is all about you. And when the first house comes out too, this is also a sign that you may be getting a lot of attention, whether that could be in your career or reaping rewards, or maybe like relationships. Like you may have a lot of suitors, or you may be getting attention from a specific suitor. And Spirit's like, confidence is key with these situations as well, but don't forget to focus on yourself and your best aspects. And I love that message too, that channel message about it's okay to have different faces or different personas. That's like for each and every one. It's whatever works for you. So also, I can't ignore the fact that we have Psyche here. Your mental health is very important. That's one of the reasons why I think staying positive, like this reading was so like joy and positive oriented, because that is like one of the best things for your mental health as well too. Oh, we have the lunar eclipse coming out as well. Interesting. The lunar eclipse represents like a full moon on steroids, and so it's about revealing things. And so revealing different parts of yourself to be seen. And don't shy away from all different aspects of yourself too. I've been seeing the shadow coming out a lot in the collective lately as well. And this could also be coming through as fears, doubts, self-sabotage as well. Spirit saying these things are coming out for a reason. So, you know, be kind to yourself, welcome them. But don't let these things hold you back. At the same time, fear is meant to be faced. Your shadow is meant to be seen. And it's interesting because the lunar eclipse is revealed, but it's actually like it makes a shadow. Okay. So I have one more deck that we're going to get the closing messages for you about what you need to be focusing on. And then that's it. And then I'm done yapping for you guys. Until next time. So what is the last message, Spirit, for pile 1? Oh. That came out quick, huh? Every thought I think is creating my future. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, peace, and I express it in my life. Oh, what a great closing message for this as well too, because remember that was like one of the key things of like choosing more joy, choosing to be positive this time around, not basing things off your past, having fun, all of these things. And I love that this is kind of a reminder too, that Spirit's like, you remember, it's always a choice. Like, you always have the choice. And sometimes we get caught in a subconscious choice where we've chosen one thing so many times, one way of being, one outlook, one thought process, so many times for so long that it doesn't feel like a choice anymore. But remembering that you always have the choice to choose, and you have the option to choose, like that awareness right there is how you shift that. And that awareness is how you break free and how you overcome, you know, the cycles of the mind. And it does come with resistance as well, but you are so strong. That was one of the first messages. Your strength is admirable and you're able to overcome anything. And sometimes we just need a reminder that, and sometimes we just need a reminder that everything is in our mind too. So sometimes we can choose to make our mind a happy place. Again, I know these readings these messages to me, sometimes they sound so like corny, but corny is cute too, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So don't hate on corny, don't hate on cliche, don't hate on those things, because they are purposeful. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna leave this reading here now. Thank you so much for staying. I hope this helped. I hope you got something out of it. I feel like one of the biggest themes, especially that last message seemed kind of powerful, that everything is all in our minds. It is our perception, the way we process things, our thoughts, everything is all in our minds. And so we can choose the narrative. We can choose to make it a good place. We can choose to make it a bad place. Whatever it is, it's still a choice. And I think that's a great message to leave it on. Because it is like in a way taking your power back. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you to those who like or subscribe or support the channel in any way, shape, or form. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you to those who comment as well and show your support, not only for me, but I see you guys supporting each other and all of that too. So I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I also have tons of timeless tarot content already posted for you. If you feel free to check that out too. Either way, I will see you there. Bye. Hi Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the citrine, or if you chose the Power Crystal Tarot, is this going to fall off? Yeah. Yes, you are. Oh, Now you're not. Okay, so if you chose the Power Crystal Tarot deck, either way, welcome. So today we are asking Spirit what you should be focusing on right now. Where is your time, energy, mind best focused on at this time that you're coming across this reading? So I hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are open to receiving some messages, and let's get to it. So first things first, I want to call in Spirit. Spirit, if you could please give me... Oh, gosh. That was rude. We'll put you right there for now. No more interruptions. That scared me. Spirit, hello. If you could please tune me in to my Pile 2's collective energy. And if you could please show me in Pile 2 with the most clarity what they should be focusing on right now at this time that they are coming across this reading, please. Thank you very much. So let's see. Okay, what should Pile 2 be focused on, Spirit? Where should they be focusing their energy at this time, Spirit? Oh, caught you before you fell off. Ooh, take that. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups makes me think of a few different things as well. Let's see. Where should Pile 2 be focusing their energy, Spirit? What should they be focused on right now? We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like clarifying this with the Temperance as well. And we also have the Moon coming out, but that will be way too many cards. It is noted. Oh, I feel called to, it says my intuition guides me to the right decision. So clarifying the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles here. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Oops, I knew that was going to happen too. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess right now. Everything's fallen. It's just, ugh. Forgive me. Forgive me, Pile 2, for I have sinned. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Sorry. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here for Pile 2, Spirit? We have the Two of Wands. Perfect. Perfect description. That's exactly what I was thinking. And the Knight of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups, which says, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love, which I think is very telling to this in relationships and other things too. Worthy of the deepest kind of love in your life in general is kind of what I'm getting from this. So one of the things I feel like with the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Wands, Spirit wants you to focus on is standing, it's like almost like standing up to your own mind. When things start to get clouded, when you start to get confused, maybe when you start questioning yourself, questioning if you're capable of things, questioning if you're worthy, Spirit wants you to come back and focus on your true belief, like what you truly know to be true, which is that you are capable of creating whatever it is, manifesting whatever it is, having whatever it is. And Spirit's like with the Seven of Wands, like stand your ground, even if you have to stand your ground to your own self, like your own doubts and your own beliefs, because even the Seven of Cups says, I trust myself to see the truth. Oh, and I like this says, I actively hold true to my values. That's like exactly. And when it comes to what you want too, whether that's in your relationships, in your career, just in your future in general, Spirit's like, you have these core values within you. They are your moral compass. They come from within. They come from your heart. Hold true to that. Hold true to your beliefs. And a lot of that has to do with your self-worth. So in regards to making decisions, in regards to what you want for your future and your outlook for your future. Spirit's like, you have these values and you have what you want, and come back to that anytime and every time you need to. If you need to shift your focus from doubts, worries, fears, or anything that isn't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Spirit's like, remember to shift your focus and come back to that core within you, because you have a very powerful core. That's why it's coming up so strongly here. Another thing Spirit wants you to focus on, first of all, with the Ten of Pentacles, is your future, what you want. There's either a need that you have a plan with the Two of Wands, or to make a plan, or it could just be an outlook. The Two of Wands could be representing the outlook for your future, to focus on the most positive aspects of that, what you want to happen, what you want to create, and go for it. With the Two of Wands, it's like there's a need to either plan, like I said, or for some of you, this is like, you know what you need to do, you know what you want to do. It's time, especially with the Seven of Wands, to focus on that and to focus on creating, because the Ten of Pentacles is saying that there's a beautiful future here, fulfillment, especially in the finances, if that's what you want. But the Ten of Pentacles sometimes can just represent a comfort. A lot of the time it's like, you know, you've built a very comfortable life for yourself, and Spirit's like, your focus needs, this is where your focus needs to be too, okay? Another thing too with the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups is like, we tend to sometimes not even realize how much we kind of shift into pessimistic attitude, or we shift into a little bit of a loss or lack or anything like that. And Spirit's like, you have the power to reshift and refocus. Make sure that when you're, especially because the Knight is holding a cup, and the Five of Cups has all these, it's like, this is your cup. You get to choose how you feel. You get to choose what you want. And it's really easy. And of course, it's human nature, especially if you've been through situations, you know, that haven't worked out, to kind of to shift a little bit. And Spirit, especially with the Temperance, is saying, make sure you come back to that balance. If you need to, again, I think I said this in the beginning, if you need to reshift, refocus at any time, take your time to do that. Because, you know, I find, I did that in pile 1 too. I hit my same hand. But this time I hit it on the table. And pile 1 I hit it on the wall. Oh no, it's a different hand. Anyways, come back, just like I'm coming back right now for you, and just shift the focus on what I want to focus on. And a lot of the times, if you are in an energy of where you're not feeling your best, or it's not happening, or like this could just be your mindset, or maybe for some of you, you're kind of feeling a shift of a loss, or you're kind of feeling some sort of grief in a situation. Spirit's saying, you know, to please take as much time as you need. But when you are either severely feeling like one emotion, that's when the Seven of Cups can come through. So we can cloud our minds by, even if it's like anxiety or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? And Spirit's like, your best decision-making abilities, your strongest self, and your clearest mind is when you are calm. So take the time to come to a calm place. Like if you're feeling, sometimes if you feel like a little off balance, Spirit's saying, focus on your inner self and take as much time as you need to come back into a balance, because sometimes we forget how important that actually is and influential that actually is. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, with the Temperance here too, this is kind of saying that, you know, you may be challenged with that, and that is where your growth lies. Like, it feels like you're going through, or you're entering in an era where, you know, you will have a lot of personal growth, whether that's physical growth, physical development, or internal, or they may all coincide together, you know. And Spirit's saying, like, that is a challenging type of energy, and especially if you're moving towards an unknown type of energy, or you're moving towards something that doesn't feel familiar, or just something that may just feel in any type of way like it challenges you. Just remember that you always have that calm space to come back to, and you are growing. And remember that this is your growth too, and it's important. And so that means that you're not doing anything wrong. It means that you're on the right path and you're on the right track, because you just even challenging these things, or moving forward, or whether that's just challenging old beliefs, Spirit's saying you should be really proud of yourself, because growth is hard, but it creates change and it creates the life that we want, because we can't stay in the same forever. And also another message with the Temperance and the Page of Pentacles too is that you are still in the developing skills. No matter how far along you are on your journey, we're all still learning and we're all still growing. And so to give yourself grace and patience and time to flourish, to become who you need to become, that takes time. You can't have it all right now. Or sometimes you can, but you get what I'm saying? It's like, you can't be everything all at once right now. Spirit's like, the best thing you can do for yourself too and focus on is giving yourself the space, the time, and the grace for your dreams to become a reality, for your life to take flight, for those things to show you, like whether that's the relationship or what, or your job or whatever. You know, it's like things take time. So give yourself time for sure. Oracle time. What else should pile 2 be focusing on right now, Spirit? What are some other messages for pile 2 to be focusing on right now as we speak? We have the Ascendant. This is a great energy of coming into yourself. Also, the Ascendant is the first house. It's yourself. So I would say that Spirit's like, focus on yourself for sure. And a lot of the time, there's another message too here coming through. The Ascendant, a lot of the time, is like what we project outwards, because it's known for like how people see us, you know, like our rising sign and stuff. So also focus on what you are projecting out to the universe, to your life, to your world, because that's what you know, in turn, you will get back eventually. Kind of like that, the beginning messages too. But I definitely feel like this is like focus on yourself for sure. There's nothing wrong with that. Always putting energy into ourselves is never energy that's going to be wasted for sure. We have Scorpio energy coming through too. For some reason, I feel called to say where Scorpio is in your chart, in your birth chart. If you are familiar with that, that could also be a focus area too. But Scorpio energy is transformative energy. It's that deep dive. It's it comes to us sometimes when we kind of need to sit with ourselves, process things. It's like, it kind of makes me think of like you walking through transitions in your life, and I'm almost seeing like, it feels like a graph of like when you're going through the Scorpio energy, or maybe for some even like 8th house energy, it kind of feels like you're going under, like to the underworld, but you're coming up as well. And so life is flux, but don't be afraid to process deep emotions. Don't be afraid to sit with yourself and sit with the things that maybe are uncomfortable. This could also be your shadow coming through too, maybe to focus on anything that is holding you back. The shadow, I said this in pile 1 too, and I even said this, I think, sorry if you've been listening to like the last 2 or 3 readings, because you're probably like, okay, I heard that already, but it's true. Okay, the shadow has been coming through tough, hardcore in the collective energy and a lot of us. So give yourself time to sit through that. The shadow could be coming through in many different aspects. It could be past things coming to the surface for you. It could be fears trying to hold you back, and Spirit saying you're going to face those fears. That's the focus too. They're not here to hold you back, to focus on facing those fears. And the shadow can also be in ways sometimes too that we doubt ourselves, and in ways that we tend to self-sabotage. So bringing an awareness to these types of energies is Spirit's like, you can focus on that too. Don't focus on the negative, but focus on what it's telling you, and just being aware that it's here is like 90% of the battle. It's crazy. Like when our shadow is making its way, or it's peeking through, like for example, like say if it's like fear, or if it's holding you back in any type of way, just bringing the awareness to it is it literally just, that's like 70% of it. I'm not even joking, because it really helps. Because when you're aware of something, you have the power to address it. You have the power to change it. You have the power to choose. You know, when you're not aware of something, it doesn't feel like it's a choice. It feels like it's a program, a subconscious program, or it's controlling us. But then once we bring in awareness to the certain things, we now have the choice to decide if we're going to stay that same way, if we're going to do something differently, or overcome this too. What else should pile 2. Focus on 6th house. Okay, your health for sure. Your work too, a lot of the time, but I think that this is definitely the first thing I'm kind of hearing is your health, your overall health. This could even be like your mental health. A lot of you, I'm getting physical health too, to do things, and your diet as well. Oh my gosh, speaking of diet, I wish I told myself to this yesterday. I just had one of those days where I was like, I'm craving all these. I made these cookies. Okay, sorry to get off topic, guys, but I made these cookies. They were s'mores cookies, and they were literally the best thing that I've ever had in my life. And I'll drop the recipe right now. So it's graham cracker. I used, instead of chocolate, I used the Ghirardelli with the caramel. And I'm so sorry for you guys if you're like, oh my gosh, sometimes people are like, just get to the reading. Wait, okay, this is important and it's really good. So I use a little Ghirardelli squares, and you put a marshmallow on there on top, and then you cover it with cookie dough. It was the best thing that I've ever had in my life. I'm not lying. So yeah, let's focus on your diet now and your physical health. I told myself I can't eat that every day, but I might, like next week, I might do it again too, a little treat. But you need to focus on your health. I'm so sorry that was probably not the best thing to remind you of. But also physical health too. And the sixth house is like a routine type of energy. It's our day-to-day. It is what we choose to focus on day-to-day too. So also spirit, if you feel called to, spirit is like, make certain habits, or maybe tweak certain habits that you have, that, or add certain things. Like, you don't have to change your whole thing, or you don't have to set impossible goals for yourself to where you're going to work out like 3 hours a day and you're going to spend all this time doing, like, no, spirit's saying be realistic, but scheduling something, especially with that 2 of Wands energy too, or like planning things that will help you get to your goals, or just help you create a better future for yourself or better life. Little things day to day create big differences too. So spirit's like, focus on that too. A lot of you may already know what you want to do, or you maybe have already been thinking about doing things like that. Those are right. Do those. But like I said, be realistic and make sure, like, if you're recreating like your daily habits, you don't need to do that much, because the consistency is what creates the biggest impact anyways. So as long as you're creating a schedule or a life for yourself to where you can do things daily, that's really important, instead of doing a lot all at once and then burning out and then not doing it again for like, you know, a few days or things like that. Spirit's like, you can have a manageable schedule that helps benefit your future too. And this does come in with choices and making sure that you're aware of the certain choices that you're creating, because choices are also like karma. Sometimes, because karma is like, karma gets a bad rap. It's not always bad, or it's not like you did something bad. Like, you create your own karma. So the seeds that you plant and you water and you nourish is in the outcome, that is the karma. So if you are wanting something, if you're wanting to create something, or you're wanting results for something, make sure that you're focusing on what you're watering in daily, and that's what you will get. And a lot of the times, if we're not getting a result, or we're not getting there, we can look back at our daily habits, or we can look back at what we are choosing to nourish, what we are choosing to do, and we can kind of see clearly what needs to be kind of shifted and what needs to be fixed in order for us to change that outcome too. And I set this down upside down, and I just can't help to think that Jupiter is coming through with the Sun. These are both really positive energies as well. Jupiter is all about luck and things working out for you and expansion. And the Sun is about shining. This makes me think of Leo energy here too. And this is just like a positive outlook, good luck, all of that too. Let's see what cards want to come out. Let's get one more for you. What does the Sun? Oh, that's why I always say too, sometimes I get comments. I don't get them that often anymore, but sometimes I would get comments where people are like, why'd you put that card back? You know, I wanted to see it, or it was supposed to be out there. And then I have to just gently remind you guys, if they're meant to come out, they will come out. And I want to read this for you, because I know, if I remember correctly, it has an awesome description for the sun. And so, but I do feel like this is about you shining too, being positive, staying positive too. Maybe there's a message from the sun as well too, not maybe too much of one thing. Sometimes we can like, you know, if you're in the sun too long, the sun's good for you and it has all these great benefits, but if you're overly doing something too, you can get a little burned. So I think that there's a message as well too. Just don't do what you can, but don't overdo it, you know? Let me find this sun definition for you, because if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but I know it's awesome. Oh, here it is. No, we're at the moon now, excuse me. Okay, so the sun is the ego, it rules Leo, the 5th house. The element is fire. The symbols are sunflowers, candles, gold, amber, and lions. In a reading, the sun is the most welcome and joyous card in the deck. Oh, like tarot too. His radiance and warmth gives us the confidence to be ourselves. From this point on, anything is possible. That's definitely like the anything is possible mixed with that Jupiter. Yeah, I can definitely see that that's the message to focus on as well from Spirit. He reminds us that our best qualities have been there the whole time. We just needed the light to shine in our darkest corners. Too much sun, however, can be dangerous. At times, it can contradict other parts of your nature. It can bleach and scorch them to the point where you think they may die, but they don't. Life is resilient, and soon little bits begin to regrow. Even when the sun hurts us, we must remember that without it, we wouldn't exist at all. It is okay to throw up some temporary shade when you need relief, but don't hide too long or you'll miss this golden opportunity. Oh, I see, I told you it had such a beautiful definition. I love that it's like, take the time that you need when you do need that shade, when you do need that relief, but don't forget to come back out again, because you are needed. Your energy is needed, whether that's for you, for your life, for other people. However, it's important and vital, just like the sun. The sun represents vitality as well. Okay, so the keywords are ego, pleasure, joy, confidence, purpose, vibrance, strength, purpose again, and positivity. I guess double emphasis on the purpose here. Oh, so I love that. And you know, with the Scorpio here and the sun, this makes me think of like the sun, you know, when you go through dark times, to focus on the fact that the sun will come out again too. Because the Scorpio energy is deep and sometimes it's not the most enjoyable at times, but it is just as vital and it is just as important. And so just remembering too that life is flux. There's good, there's bad, there's highs, there's lows. All of it is a process. And definitely, you know, it's gonna come back around again. It's gonna be good again, regardless of where you feel like you're at right now, or even if it's good, you know, it changes, it'll always come back around. So with that being said, I have one more message, just a little affirmation card kind of. So what is the last message of what Spirit wants you to focus on? So Spirit, what is the last message for pile 2 here, please? Ooh, I love this. So perfect. I feel called just to read the top part of this one too. Freedom is my divine right. So the card that you got is I trust the process. Look, we even have seeds and the little sunflower. Sunflowers could be a sign. They've been a sign for me lately too. But we were just talking about that. The seeds that you plant daily are what's going to grow. So cute. Okay, so we have I trust the process of life. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am a part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. Ooh, highest potential is something that I heard with that too. But I love that for the last message. And that's just it's a beautiful reminder too, to just trust the process. Everything is a process, and sometimes we have to trust it. Sometimes when I'm doing my makeup and I want to try a different look, or I don't really go too out there, but sometimes if I want to try a different eyeshadow color, if I want to match it or something, it really, when I first start, I'm not going to lie guys, I feel like I really have to trust the process. But by the end, put some lashes on, ooh, you're looking good. And I feel like that's just a metaphor to trusting the process of life. Sometimes we're wondering what the hell is going on. We're wondering why we're in this situation or why it has to be this way. And you just keep going. You keep trusting the process and trusting the process of the results that you're able to reap too. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that it is about the consistency and it's not, you know, overnight. So we have to, like, our ego can get in the way, and our ego wants everything now, and we have to remind ourselves, hey, it's a process, keep going. And that's for anything in your life as well too. So what great reminders, what a great message for you, what great messages for you to focus on from spirit too. I feel like pile 1 too, everything, it just feels like so positive, or at least it's going to be so positive, you know what I'm saying? And that's spirit for you. But on that note, I am going to leave these readings here though. So thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting too. For those of you that support the channel by being subscribed, by liking the videos, by commenting, or just sharing your energy in any way, shape, or form. I am so grateful for you and I appreciate every single one of you. If you are not subscribed and you want to see more, or if you want to, check out some of the timeless tarot content I already have posted, feel free to do that as well. And I will see you there. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the red feather, or if you chose the Age of Aquarius Tarot, either way, welcome. So today we are looking at what Spirit wants you to focus on right now. What is best for your mind, for your energy, for your life at this time to have your focus on. Okay, so I hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are open to receiving these messages today. First things first, let's call in Spirit. Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 3's collective energy, and if you can please show me in Pile 3 what they should be focusing on at this time, please and thank you, Spirit. So let's just hop in. Let's go. All right, what should Pile 3 be focusing on? We have the Knight of Wands. For some of you, about what you're passionate about, or your passions could be something to focus on as well. Let's get a little bit more information, of course. What should Pile 3 be focusing on right now? Also, like, directing your energy, where you want your energy to be directed for. For some of you, this could be in terms of like when you have energy or you feel energetic, choosing what you want to use that for that would best benefit you. So let's see. Red jasper is a very energetic stone too. It represents a lot of like vitality to me and a passion as well. So this could be about certain passions. We have the Six of Swords coming out for you. What is Pile 3? Or what should Pile 3, I should say, be focusing on right now, Spirit? What should Pile 3 be focusing on? We have the Empress. Ooh, I love that these cards, this looks like a continuation as well too, which the Six of Swords represents transitioning and headed into one direction or a certain area of your life, or even mental, because it is swords. But the fact that these clouds, it almost looks like these clouds connect. I don't know if you can see it, but if you look really closely, I feel like this is a period of abundance for you. Moving in, shifting into a period of abundance for you. Also being open to receiving and being receptive to it too. So we have the Knight of Cups. So we have a lot of movement cards already. I want to get some clarifiers, of course, but I can't deny the fact that there's so much movement here in your reading. We have two Knights and the Six of Swords. And the Empress is all about receiving too. So let's see. Clarifying the Knight of Wands, Spirit. I think we're just going to pick it. Clarifying the Knight of Wands here. We have the Six of Cups. Okay. Clarifying the Six of Swords here. We have the Six of Wands. So we have 3 sixes. 666. Clarifying. I know that number sometimes gets a bad rap, but it depends on, I guess, what you believe and what you choose to believe about it. I think it's a very divine number as well, and it represents balance. It's a very balanced number. 333, 369, all of those numbers, 666, represent to me a balance. Okay. Oh, the Empress is also, hello, the Empress is also, oh wait, the number 3. Oh, I was talking about 3. Don't listen to me. I was thinking that for some reason it was 6, but that would be the Lovers. Okay. Moving on. The Empress, clarifying the Empress. Now we have, ooh, Judgment. Ooh, like an awakening to this energy. Oh, I love that. Okay. And the Knight of Cups, Spirit. The Nine of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Oh. Okay. Just like the Tower represents unexpected things, like change or things like that, I feel like that was a very unexpected energy. Just like, that's very telling to Tower energy, is it not? All right. So I feel like you're definitely in a transition right now from one way of being to another. And one of the things that Spirit wants you to focus on is the successful outcomes and the success that you have coming towards you on this new journey of yours, I like to say, because with that being said, the Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands, it feels like you're moving away from past energy and you're stepping into something new. So Spirit's like new outlooks, new focus, new self. We have Judgment here, which represents awakening. So it's like if certain things didn't work out for you in the past, Spirit's like that doesn't define your future, and focusing on the best possible outcomes with the Six of Wands here and the Six of Swords, and focusing on the fact that you're already on the way to success, that it's already yours, and that this could be in any aspect of your life, but I feel like a lot of you, this is also for abundance too, and things like that. And so with that being said, Spirit's like your focus is best served on the best possible outcome, on your success, on what you want to happen. And with that being said, Spirit's saying that kind of opens you up here to this beautiful, abundant, divine feminine energy of just being able to receive this now, being able to open up and allow things to unfold for you, allow things to happen the way that they're meant to happen, and allow you to even create too. You know, the Empress is a beautiful creator. She's the divine feminine. She creates life. She creates things of her own as well, and attracts them effortlessly. And Spirit's like, this is your true nature with the Judgment here. Like, this is who you truly are. You truly are an abundant person, and you truly are somebody that is able to create many different forms of revenue, many different forms of incomes, many different forms of love and relationships, and all of these things in your life. Because I'm saying that because we have the Knight of Cups as well too, and it feels like with the Tower kind of being that unexpected energy, or maybe feeling like the Tower can come through to kind of knock things over, but it comes through for us to rebuild them. It's almost making me think of focusing on the alchemy of your life at this time, not focusing too much on what's going wrong, or so focused on what you don't have, or maybe even at times that's like what we want to happen, because sometimes that can even put us in a sense of lack too, because it's like you don't have it. It's focusing on the fact that you are able to create something, change your circumstances, have what you want, all of these kind of things that come with that alchemy type of mindset of like, whatever my circumstances are telling me right now isn't the truth of what it's going to be, and isn't the truth of what it is, and it doesn't have to be this way forever. So focusing on that sort of aspect is something that's going to be very helpful for you as well. And I feel like when it comes to this, one of the things that Spirit's asking you to, like with these emotions, with this mindset, the Nine of Wands is kind of reminding you to keep that same energy, or come back to that same energy as much as you can. It's going to take resilience. It's going to take time. It's going to take strength, but it's staying in this too. And I'm not saying that you're not allowed to feel how you feel, or experience the ups and the downs and the heights and the lows of life. It's coming back to this. It's knowing that this is your true nature as abundance. It's knowing that you're capable is the truth. Coming back to the truth with the Judgment here as well. Trusting your judgment is something that's important too, and empowering yourself, and empowering yourself through that of like, I know what's best for me, I know what I want, and I can have it, is a very empowering energy. And with the Six of Cups here and the Nine of Wands, focusing on maybe like what your inner child would like to do as well too is something that could be very helpful. There's some truth for you in your inner child. So what I mean by that is like maybe things that you've enjoyed when you were younger, maybe dreams that you had, maybe things that you've always kind of looked into or been curious about. There's something in there that has a message for you, or for some of you, because this is a general reading. So for some of you, there's something there too, but to follow that as well. And also it just feels like, you know, if you have any sort of, like we said, creative passions or any type of inspiration that you feel called to, Spirit's like, go for it, because answering the call with the Judgment card and the Empress is saying that there's a tremendous amount of abundance there for you too. And I feel like with this Tower energy too, it's almost like you're starting to break away from the old, break away from the old ways of being, maybe the things that you didn't want, maybe the things that you don't like this is building energy, building new constructs, rebuilding for some of you. Maybe it feels like for some of you in your life, you're starting over, starting from fresh. Spirit saying this is divinely guided, and it's different this time. It doesn't have to be the same as it's always been. It's time for new, because you're headed into a new, quite literally a new era, a new version of yourself. And Spirit's like, focus on the good things to come. Like, I feel like it's, for some of you, it's like the past is in the past now. It's time to regenerate. Let's get some oracles here. What else should pile 3 be focusing on, please, Spirit? Ooh, we have Lilith energy. Okay. Ooh, empowerment. There's a powerful message here of like empowering yourself as well too. For some of you, if you've been kind of focused on like your attraction energy, like what you are attracting, like this could be even like, it's like the things that once held you back are like gonna be your superpower in ways. And I think that with this Lilith energy, the focus is on your own empowerment and taking, you know, yourself and taking like the lessons that you've learned with stride. And I think this is an energy of overcoming obstacles as well too. But it feels like where you felt like you were so restricted, or where you felt like you didn't have control, you're quite literally transmuting this energy and breaking free of this. And so, like I said before, this is all about your own self-empowerment. And if you, however you feel you can empower yourself, Spirit's like, you can focus on that as well. Like for some of you, if this is like empowering yourself through your creative ventures, empowering yourself through your finances, empowering yourself through your even like your seductive energy, or just the way that you're able to do things. If you've ever been shamed for certain things in your life, like Spirit saying like you can focus, you can rewrite this story. The story is being rewritten for you. And so to focus on that and to focus on the light side of it, or the other aspect of it, is important right now, because this is through your own self-empowerment, and whatever you feel like that is to you, or how you can do that, Spirit's saying to focus on that. Yeah, a lot of this feels like from like old restrictions, and that could even be like internal things too, like internalized shame, internalized like bullying, or like just any kind of things like of that nature. It feels like this is breaking away from that. Powerful energy in this pile, especially with the Judgment here, like Pluto energy, Tower energy, which is Mars energy. But the Tower always reminds me of Pluto energy because it's destruction. And it's powerful stuff that I'm picking up on here. And it's, yeah, like it's empowerment in your life, self-worth, all of these things. Spirit's like, that's where your focus comes, is maybe in your own personal power too, to focus on that. What else can pile 3 focus on? Venus. Oh, I love that. Venus can be, you know, if you want to focus on your love life, if you want to focus on romance and things like that, feel free to do that. Venus is here to say that's beautiful. But I feel like the message specifically with Venus is the beauty and the love and all of the things around you too. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always something to be appreciative for. And Venus is kind of saying too, like, to stop and smell the roses. That type of energy. There's a lot of beauty in your life. There's a lot of love. If you want to focus on your own beauty, if you want to incorporate, if you want to incorporate like beauty rituals and things like that, or make your life more beautiful, create more beautiful surroundings for yourself. Spirit's even saying for some of you, like perfumes or lotions or things that just make you feel good or smell good. Spirit's saying focus on that. Do that. And this could even be your looks. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look beautiful. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look good and anything like that. I think the only reason why, because we do have a lot about balance in your reading too, is just when it becomes too much. So it's like when you start putting your self-worth tied into that as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like, oh, these are the looks are all I have, this is what I have to offer, like, you know, that's not true, and it's not. So with that being said, it's like you can still have those things and there's nothing wrong with it. So maybe for some of you too, if you felt ashamed for liking certain things, or especially with the Lilith energy, if you felt like you couldn't be this way or you couldn't do that way, like Spirit's saying, like, focus on like breaking away from those things. Like you can, and you should, you know, you should feel good in your life. You should feel like you have beautiful things, you have nice things. Yeah, Venus is very like aesthetic energy. Like if you want to change your aesthetic, or if you want to enjoy your surroundings, like buy new, or you don't even have to buy, like redecorate with things that you have, or thrift, or guys, it's your life. Do it however you want to do it. I'll be here forever naming different types of ways to do it. Just do it however you want to do it. But you get what I'm saying. And when you kind of tap into this and notice this, especially with this Empress energy, there's just a beautiful divine feminine, like kind of like oozing sensual type of energy. Bringing that into your life can be very empowering as well. Hidden powers. Why did I just hear tapping into those hidden powers of yours as well? Hey, I told you, this pile is powerful. Okay, let's see what else we got. But if none of that, at the very least, focusing on the beauty of life and the beautiful things around you and things that make you feel good and stuff like that. Spirit's always saying focus on those things, because there is a lot of beauty in life. Like I said, stop, smell the roses every once in a while. Be present with yourself. Light a candle that smells good. Go outside, and when you're in the sun, feel the warmth of it. All of these things. Even if you're outside at night, you know, like watching the moon, like feeling the quietness of it, feeling the calm. There's a lot of things to be felt in your life that Spirit's like, hey, don't miss out on these things. This is why life is worth living. It makes our life more enjoyable as well too. We get out of our head and we're living. All right, Spirit, any other, or what else should pile? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Psyche here. Making sure you're tending to your mind as well. You're nurturing the aspects of your mind is very important. Your mental health. We have the 3rd house. I feel like the message with the 3rd house is quite, sometimes it feels like things aren't working out for us. Sometimes it feels like things don't go our way. Sometimes we kind of struggle with our words. Sometimes cars break down. Sometimes things happen. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the universe is against us, and Spirit saying that that's not the truth at all. That things are being fixed and you're capable of fixing things, kind of like that alchemy energy too. But also the 3rd house can also be, you know, in regards to your communication. This is like Gemini energy. If you feel like also learning a new craft, or you feel like just stepping out. Oh, okay. For some of you, if you feel like there's something about your vehicle too, like getting a new car or some sort of transportation. That's one of the things I think the 3rd house is about. For some reason, that's coming up too. So whether that's a goal, or making sure as well too that you're taking care of those things too. Taking care of the things that are important to you, taking care of the things that are close to you. This could be like because the 3rd house also represents like our neighborhood, where like the school where we grow up in and stuff. And so maybe if this is about getting out of that kind of mindset, like growing further beyond your own circumstances or your own environment, if that's something you know to focus on as well too. It's like I think that there's a lot of growth here and expansion, like maybe like getting beyond these things too. But also that original message is like sometimes it feels like sometimes you know things don't work out, or disaster strikes or things like that. Spirit's like, just know that these problems will be resolved. Come back to yourself, reassess, reevaluate. All the re's, all the R words, like, okay, not all the R words, but like reassess, reevaluate, redo, reassign, like all of these things. If you feel like you need to do that, Spirit's saying focus on that too. And so that could mean different things for different people as well. But also if you feel like, you know, communicating your needs, whether that's to the universe or to the people around you, do that too. Oh, we also have the sun, which the sun came out in pile 2, and it was we even read the definition of it too. It was very beautiful. I kind of want to read Lilith for you. I'm interested to see what the book says about Lilith in this one, and the message for you. So we might do that. But we also have Sirius as well too. And this is the nurturer. This is the mother. This is nurturing your passions, nurturing yourself, and giving yourself the time and space to grow as well. And with the sun here, it's just a beautiful vitality and a beautiful positive energy coming through. Maybe this, for some of you, this is the sun coming out as well. If you felt like you haven't been feeling your best, like this is the sun coming out. And also advice to stay positive even through challenges and things like that. And also remember that the sun is very important, and the sun is your energy and it's your ego, but also everything in a balance too. Spirit's kind of reminding you to come back into a balance too. Too much sun can burn at the same time. And so one of the things that we were talking about in pile 2 as well is when you need to shade yourself, take the time that you need to shade yourself and to nurture yourself, and then come back out. Come back out to play. Come back out. The sun's waiting. The sun will always come out the next day. I'm not going to sing that Annie song. For some of you, if you're hearing that Annie song when I said that, like the song will come out tomorrow, I'm not going to sing it, but I hear it too. Okay, want to talk about this and then we'll get that last message. I have one more deck, which is just a quick little like affirmation that I'm going to read to you. Let's see what Lilith says for you though. Where are you? Where are you? Here. The shadow. That makes sense because the shadow's been coming out in the collective so much. So the symbols are owls, crescent moons, snake, wands, and cats. In a reading, when we start to stand up for ourselves, we are often faced with backlash and further punishment. Lilith asks that we don't back down. Oh, I love that message. Okay, sorry. Lilith asks that we don't back down, continue to push forward. In fact, you have the capacity to downright destroy those who continue to oppress you. Call upon this powerful figure of womanhood when you feel like you don't have enough strength left. Sometimes strength is just walking away from the people you are told you are supposed to love or the goals and expectations others have set for us. Emphasis on the expectations of others. That's amazing and such a beautiful definition, especially in this reading, because we were talking about empowering, and this talks about things that have oppressed you. And so this is about rising above those things and focusing on the fact that you are going to be empowered, you are going to overcome. And I love that it talks about having the strength to overcome. And we were just talking about the sun coming out for you. So I love that it begins with this one and it ends with the sun, because the sun is the most positive card in this deck, just like it's the most positive card in the tarot deck. So I believe that that's a beautiful synchronicity of remembering, focusing on that things will get better and that you have the power to change any type of circumstance that you may be in. And even if you need to just ride it out, you know, you're going to ride it out. You're going to be okay. Okay, so the keywords are shadows, darkness, power, equality, mystery, wild, and pettiness. Pettiness is an interesting one in there. We can all be a little petty sometimes, can't we? Beautiful messages for you. So let's get the last and final message for you, Pile 3. Spirit, what is the last message for what Pile 3 should focus on? And you want Pile 3 to know. I just realized the Knight of Cups, I think, has come out in every reading. So maybe the focus for a lot of you is how you feel, to focus on your own feelings and how you feel, and where, since it's movement, it's the Knight of like where you want that to lead you, what direction that's going for you. Okay, last message for you here. Does that one want to come out? Yeah, we'll pick this one. I release all fears and doubts. Ooh, this is the fears and doubts and the self-sabotage is something that I've been talking about so much in the collective, and we were talking about the shadow as well. It's very important to remember that fears, that things that hold us back are for us to face and overcome, because I know sometimes they can feel so strong and they can be very depowering and they can be very oppressing. So maybe for some of you, if you're feeling oppressed by your own fears and your own limitations, this is about breaking free of that, focusing on the fact that these fears are meant to be faced. Okay, sorry. I always get distracted through the messages, but I have to tell you guys that I can't wait till the end, because they will be gone and I will forget them, and then no one gets them. So I release all fears and doubts. Oh, geez, how does this one go? I accept myself and I create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. For some of you, if you feel like with the third house too, if there's a community for you to reach out in, or like if you feel like finding a safe space, whether that's this community or creating your own community, that could be something that you're working towards as well. And some of those doubts and fears can also be like being seen, being heard, or being accepted. And this is something that we all struggle with and we all face, but it first comes with accepting yourself, knowing that you are unconditionally loved and that you are safe. That's one of my favorite affirmations. I've said it many times. If you feel like these fears or anxieties or doubts or whatever it is, or even if you're just in an uncomfortable moment or feelings, putting your hand on your heart, taking a deep breath and just saying, I am safe. I am safe. It feels like you're giving yourself an energetic hug, and it really does help. So utilize that, and it's there for you as well. Oh my god, I'm joking. It's there for you. I think that's it though, guys. I am gonna leave this reading here for you. I don't know why it feels like it's all messed up and I have to fix it. Oh well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being you. Also, thank you to all who like the videos. Thank you to all who comment and share your support, your stories, your experiences, your love. Thank you. Thank you to all who even share your hate. Sometimes it's very rare, I feel like, that I get hate, but when I do, it's kind of funny because it's like you're still helping me in a way, whether you feel like it or not. So thanks for that. Anyways, still love you. Sometimes, you know, people just be peoples, but I'm thinking those that definitely support me, though, that's where we should be focused on. Thank you to all of the love that I do receive. I am so grateful for it. It's undeniable, and it truly warms my heart. So I just want to say thank you again, and I love you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading. So if you are not subscribed and you would like to see the future readings, see or check out some of the timeless tarot content I already have posted, you're more than welcome to subscribe now or check it out now, whichever one you want to do, or check it out later, whatever your little heart desires. And I will see you there.